Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving headfirst into the very first episode of one of the most iconic anime of all time, Death Note. So grab your potato chips and let's get into it. The episode kicks off not on Earth, but in this grungy, desolate wasteland called the Shinigami Realm. It's basically a world of gods of death, and frankly, they're bored out of their minds. They spend their days gambling with bones and just existing. But one of them, a spiky-haired, apple-loving Shinigami named Ryuk, decides he needs a little entertainment. He's got an extra death note, a notebook that can kill anyone whose name is written inside. And he thinks, you know what would be fun? Dropping this into the human world to see what happens. And that's exactly what he does. Cut to a high school classroom in Japan. We meet our protagonist, Light Yagami. He is, to put it mildly, a genius. He's at the top of his class, acing his exams, and he's unbelievably bored with his perfect, predictable life. He looks out the window, and what does he see? A black notebook falling from the sky. After class, his curiosity gets the better of him. He picks it up. On the cover, in stark white letters, it says Death Note. He opens it, and the first rule is chillingly simple. The human whose name is written in this note shall die. Light, being the super-rational genius he is, immediately scoffs. Right, he thinks. This has to be some kind of elaborate prank. He takes it home, but the idea just keeps nagging at him. The world he sees on the news is filled with crime, violence, and injustice. He feels a deep-seated frustration with how rotten the world has become. Later that evening, a news report comes on about a man who has taken a group of preschoolers hostage. The suspect's name and face are broadcast on live TV. This is it, the ultimate test. With a mix of skepticism and a dark curiosity, Light thinks, what do I have to lose? He writes the criminal's name, Kuro Otoharada, into the death note. The notebook says the default death is a heart attack in 40 seconds. Light starts counting down. 40, 39, 38. He's still thinking it's a joke. But then, right on cue, the news anchor announces that the suspect has suddenly collapsed and died of a heart attack. The hostages are safe. Light is absolutely stunned. He tries to rationalize it. A coincidence. It has to be a coincidence. But the seed of a terrifying possibility has been planted. To be sure, he needs another test. He sees a report about a biker who was harassing a woman on the street. Light follows him, gets his name and writes it down, but this time he adds a specific cause of death. Traffic accident. A few moments later, a truck barrels out of nowhere and, well, you can guess what happens. That's when it hits him. The power is real. This notebook is not a prank. It's a divine or perhaps demonic instrument of death. For a moment, he's horrified. He's just killed 2 people. But that horror quickly transforms into something else. Something exhilarating. He realizes what he can do with this power. He can cleanse the world. He can become the god of a new, perfect world, free from criminals and evil. For the next 5 days, Light goes on a silent global killing spree. He fills the pages of the Death Note with the names of the worst criminals he can find on the internet and on the news. All around the world, hundreds of wanted felons are suddenly dropping dead from heart attacks. And then, just as he's fully embracing his new role, he gets a visitor. Standing in his bedroom, phasing through the wall, is the one and only Ryuk, the Shinigami. Ryuk is not what you'd expect. He's more like a creepy, overgrown rock star who just really wants an apple. He's surprised and impressed that Light has used the notebook so much, but he makes one thing clear. He's not on Light's side, and he's not his enemy. He's just here for the show. He explains that Light is now the new owner of the Death Note, and when his time comes, Ryuk himself will be the one to write Light's name in his own notebook. But Light isn't scared. He's resolute. He looks Ryuk dead in the eyes and declares his grand ambition, I will become the god of this new world. And that, my friends, is where the first episode leaves us. It's an incredible setup that establishes everything we need to know. The power of the Death Note, the twisted idealism of our protagonist, and the beginning of a cat-and-mouse game that will change the world forever. The stage is set for a truly epic battle of wits. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.